Hey guys, it's Jack Spyro123 and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Last time, we took on the Palumu and got ready to head down to the Rotten Vale. This time, we gotta speak to the Third Fleet Master and head down to the depths of the below.
Now is the time.
Ready to descend into the Rotten Vale? Yes, we are. First, we need to look for a place to torch down. I can't believe I messed up saying touch. Once we reach our destination, you may depart and make camp preparations. Then it's back to the usual order of business, finding Zora Magdaros' trail. Now I want you to pay close attention while you are down there. Think long and hard. What is the Rotten Vale? How does it connect to the Coral Highlands? Well then, off you go. So, I'm going to let Other Jack explain the Rotten Vale and the monster we're going to fight there. Because last time it was a really short video and I kind of just, you know, did my own things and I had a really quick explanation of status ailments, which I'm not too proud of. We might retouch on it a little later in the series. But for today, I'm just going to do the Rotten Vale and the first hunt required in it. Because that's going to be a expedition hunt. So we should be fine. Granted, I don't expect to die to the monster we're about to fight. I think maybe 1 or 2 hits will be taken. But that's assuming I'm still rusty against the monster. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Hey, over there. What do you think?
Very well.
There! Heads up! This'll definitely complicate setting up camp. I know. Catch! Phew! When in doubt, burn 'em out.
I love that cutscene.
Hey, partner.
Zora Magdaros' trails may be here. And you know, I'd love to study up on the monsters that we ran into just now. But before that, let's eat. Because this one's one of the rare expedition quests that allow us to eat. It's still an animation we've already seen, so I'll skip through it. But man, I love that animation. It's just they come down from the sky and just boom! Explode at the thing. And also, you may have noticed the airship, which we cannot see right now, was kind of unique looking. The Rotten Vale definitely has some of the best music in game. And if you look over there, that right there is actually a giant monster skull. So I'll let Other Jack talk about these things while I just do my little own stuff, like gathering the areas, you know. The usual. Thank you, Battle Junkie Jack. Okay, welcome to the Rotten Vale. One of the other areas that only has 2 sub-areas, or camps. We've got Southeast Camp, which we start off with, and Central Camp, which we get later in the game. There are a few hazards we can talk about here, such as in the Fluvium, which are in Area 6, 7, 8, and 9, that will slowly deplete your HP, and acidic water in 12, 14, and 16, that if you stand in it, will quickly deplete your HP. Don't stand in it, especially don't reload in it, which I might accidentally do. I don't do it in this video, it will probably happen in the future. We've got fine traps, which are pretty cool. Wiggly Itchies again, Vitality Shrooms, nothing really new besides those 2 things. They're the big things of the Rotten Vale. We can remove them by using torch pods, or at least we can remove the Fluvium gas with torch pods. They make a little cone around the fire, and a Fluvium doesn't like fire. There are some small monsters here, the Girros, Raffinos, Hornitor, Vespoids, Mosswine, and Gajalaka. The Girros are pretty much Jagrises, except they're paralysis. They can paralyze you. And they follow the Great Girros, who is just like the Great Jagris, except a little more difficult. Raffinos are kind of aggressive in this map. We talked about them before in the Wildspire Waste in the Ancient Forest. It's the same guys, it's just they're a little mad because they're infected with a Fluvium. Hornitor are a new type of insect we've got. They aren't really any different from Vespoids besides the fact that they're giant like beetles. We kill them with like stones or with your grapple claw, your grip claw thing. I forgot the name of it. It's pretty useful to kill them that way. They give good drops that make better armor. Other than that, there's nothing really new about the small monsters. The items you'll probably want are, well, the upgraded versions of the Bone series and probably some Forgotten Fossils for other things. You can get Ivy, Heavenberry, and Nullberry, which aren't too bad. I'd personally go for Nullberries because it's to counteract the Elder Dragon on this map. Now, something interesting is you saw that giant skull we were looking at earlier? That's from Dalamadur, who is a monster from Monster Hunter Frontier, I believe? I could be off. I don't remember which Monster Hunter he's from. However, he is the biggest monster in Monster Hunter history. So, there's a reason why there's an entire map where you're exploring his skeleton. The intact Rathian and partially intact Diablos can be found in Area 6. We cannot harvest them though, they're just part of the environment. We don't see those in this video, I will show them in a later one. Occasionally, faint unidentified monster growls can be heard in Area 16, which we also don't run into. There is no actual monster there though, it's just growls for ambient noises. And let's talk about the apex predators here. We've got Odogaron and Tigrex. Odogaron is the only one we will see for now. And for once, in our first expedition, we do not pick a fight with the Apex. Because he doesn't actually spawn in the first exploration of the map. So we got set free there. Otherwise, that would have been another death. Because I love toying with Apexes. Speaking of Odogaron, there is a den for Odogaron. Behind the den, there is a little rock that glows a little blue. If we break that rock, it will do constant damage to monsters and players around it. Odogaron, however, can eat this blue energy and become a codename called Blue Odogaron. He doesn't actually change color, he just glows a little more blue and he gets powered up. Occasionally, the hunter will run into a Legiana corpse that falls from the Coral Highlands. We actually see that happen in this video and hear the monster's death sounds. The Rotten Vale is also the map where all monsters come to die, including Elder Dragons. Anyways, that's about it for the Rotten Vale. I know this was a little bit of a short explanation, but I didn't really give myself enough time to talk about things. We'll see the monsters that come onto the map as time goes on. The main ones we'll see is Odogaron, Radobaan, Tigrex, Falhazak, Volcana, and Bonbaro. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys in like literally 10 seconds. Hello, pig. not really necessarily easy, but no, I'm not very good for this. There we go. Okay. Should be the nice lane bio, maybe. Okay. Hopefully other Jack is done the explanation. I'm going ahead into the next monster zone, which should be right here. If not, it's close. Oh. Welcome to Roly Poly Oly,
Hey, partner.
or also known as in Radobaan. I'm going to let other Jack explain the fight while I kind of do my thing again. Okay, and I am back. It hasn't even been too long. How you guys been doing? Anyway, so let's talk about the Radobaan. His habitat is the Rotten Vale in the Guiding Lands. Another instance of only 2 locations. I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, his monster class is a Brute Wyvern, and his code name or title is a Bone Hammer Wyvern. Personally, I believe the name Roly Poly Oly suits him perfectly well. He has a turf war with Odogaron and Ebony Odogaron, and he was introduced in Monster Hunter World. Now, for his weaknesses, it's kind of unique. He's weak to Dragon and Ice. Despite not being Dragon type, he is weak to Dragon type. Where did Pokemon teach me this? Anyways, if we hit him with Ice, it's pretty good. 3-star damage, you know, gotta get that. He has no element resistance, and he can cause some ailments. If he decides to do an attack, he can cause sleep. He doesn't do that at all during this fight, so I can't really show it off. And he can stun the player by hitting you with his head. Very heavy attacks. His ailment weakness is Blast. He is more, he blows up quicker, which I feel like is kind of suiting. I kind of blow him up a lot in this video. Granted, my little mines aren't blast damage, so take that into consideration. Now, he is a neutral monster. However, he does roll around the map, and if you are in his path, he will roll you over. Hence the name Roly Poly Oly. Now, his weak points are the top of his head, just right above the jaw, where you can see like a little gap between the bones where he has one eye showing. That is a weak point. His other weak point are his legs. However, I can just shoot his head wherever, and it's still not too bad. You can shoot his like lower jaw after you break the bones, and that's still more beneficial than like shooting the main body. It's just you'll do even more damage if you shoot the top of his head. He does have breakable body parts, which are his head, back, legs, and tail, which is severable. Including this, he also has bones covering his body that make you do reduced damage or deflect your attacks. As you see, every time I shoot them, I only do like 1 or 2 damage, which actually enraged me. Not really. I didn't get too mad about it. But when those break, it's like not too bad. You do normal damage and he doesn't have as much armor. But if you don't break them, you will be doing a lot of bouncing if you have a melee weapon. Personally, I hate fighting this guy with melee weapons. I don't know how you guys do it. I fought him with a bow when I first played through the game. And I didn't take a single hit of damage, which is why I was thinking, you know what, I'm not going to get hurt once from this guy. I was kind of wrong about that. I'll let other Jack explain those. Notes. He will attack Odogaron for no reason. If Odogaron's nearby, Radobaan will be like, die. He can replenish his bones by rolling around in bone piles. And he also has, well, bones covering his body, which can be kind of annoying. I just startled my cat by touching her. Radobaan is related to Uragon, which we will see much later in the series. I believe he's one of our mandatory fights. No, he's one of the fights that we'll see, but we don't actually fight. We'll get to fight him in, like, the episodes before we go into the DLC. While rolling, it's actually really beneficial to attack the side of him, or just attack any part of him. It will knock him over and make it so that he flops to his side and you have opportunities to attack him. This is why I think Radobaan is actually a really easy monster, because Slinger Pods are optimal for knocking him off. As you see, I actually picked up some Scatter Nuts so that I could do just this. Granted, I'm using a ranged weapon, so there should be no instance where I can't knock him over. Melee weapons, however, I believe you should always carry Slinger Pods of like Scatter Nut, Pierce Pods, even just, what are they called? Impact Pods. I don't think that's it. Thorn Pods, that's it. Those will make it so he flops on his side almost every time. So it's really useful. Something a little down is Radobaan, anytime he does heavy attacks, will send bones flying everywhere. So he can actually attack ranged people like me. Attack. Yep, good saying me. Besides that, some tips I'd say for fighting him is, mind your distance, like respect him. You can't just run at him and hope for the best. You should really like stay back a bit. Sometimes go forward to attack. Otherwise, I just keep my distance, only attacking after he's rolling or when he's flopped over. Or just attack like the back of his body, like his tail area. He does have tail attacks and he does super disco spin. But other than that, melee weapons probably won't, like, they'll get hit. You can't avoid a no-hit run against this guy. Unless you're, like, really good. Anyways, that's my description for Radobaan. Good luck, Battle Junkie Jack, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yep. Just don't mind me, I'm just going to come over here. Just had to make sure I could draw my weapon in time, so I stunned him with a Slinger Pod. Scatter Nut. Most high tier like drops that the monsters will give you will provide like a little effect like that you can use to make the monsters stun or other things. Let's drop that. 1, 2. Don't stay close too long, or else we're going to overdo our welcome. Let's just stun him again. I don't know how close he is to death yet. I know we do really high damage. So, we'll just have to wait and see how this goes. Keep an eye on his icon. I don't think I got enough research points to get his little almost dead icon yet. But we're just going to be careful and make sure that we don't kill him on accident. But knowing my track record, that's exactly what's going to happen. I know I'm using my normal ammo too, but pierce ammo is actually like incredibly good against him. Oh shoot! What hit me? It wasn't him, was it? Oh well. 2 to 3 hits was my guess, and seems like I'm right. Right on the mark. Okay. That's going to be most of them that I'm going to do with this. There we go. I'm going to stop with that, go back to the ammo too. Let's just try, right? If it's not ready yet, then, you know, I've got another trap ready. Well, he's doing that, so that gives me time to prepare. Okay. Pull out this. Come on. Roly-poly-oly mode. 1, 2. There we go. I had a feeling. I wasn't 100% on it, though. The way I could tell with him was, it's just by the number of times we were fighting, or how long we were fighting him for. Because if you take into account how much damage we were doing a shot, like 15, 14, when I hit his head, I was trying to keep track of that and just take into consideration how much HP he would have total. And I think he's got around like 1,400, 1,500, maybe 2,000 most. I could be way off and it could be 3,000, but I just, you know, took that into consideration when I was fighting him. Anyways, so that was Radobaan. Wasn't too bad. I got hit 3 times, and I'm going to blame 2 of those 3 hits on stupidity. I don't know why my dodge button wasn't working. I could have been hitting a different button for all I know. I doubt it, though.
Huh? It's you two.
Have we met?
Sorry, I forgot. You were out cold when I found you. I'm from the First Fleet. You folks are lucky to be alive.
Hang on. She must be the one who saved us. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you.
Just glad you're still in one piece. Fifth Fleet, am I right? What are you doing out here?
Actually...
This is from Zora Magdaros? I'll see what I can find. I've spent years delving into this valley's secrets, and I'm starting to understand a thing or two. Now it's your turn. Learn all that you can about this place. Next time we meet, we can compare notes. Sound good?
Yes, we're on the job.
Good. See ya.
Okay, well that was our expedition through the Rotten Vale. I'd say it went pretty well. Now, we didn't have to fight the Radobaan right there. We could have returned to base and we could have fought him on his official mission. I didn't want to take that route. Wanted to just get it done. Anyways, so let's finish up the dialogue. Dot dot dot. No sign of Zora Magdaros' trail? Disappointing. I suggest you descend further. The fluvium levels will be more toxic, but that's not going to be a problem now, is it? Just say the word when you're ready.
You should prepare before going down to the bottom of the Rotten Vale. There might not be any turning back once we're there.
I had no problem going down when I just did. I will decide when I go to the bottom and when I don't. Anyways, so that was our exploration through the Rotten Vale. And as you saw, we've got the Fun Fright event going on. So we might be able to do some of those events at some point. Hopefully we can get through to Master Rank before then. Anyways. So we aren't going to do any side episodes for a bit till we reach the end boss of the normal game. After that, we'll start doing the side quests we've got. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video at all, my mind just isn't working. If you guys enjoyed this video at all and want to see more, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. And that's about it for today. I don't have much else to talk about. I'm JackSparrow123, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video when we go into the depths of the Rotten Vale. Bye!